Hare Krishna. We continue reading from Teachings of Queen Kunti. We are on prayer number 13, which is the vital force of the universe, from Srimad Bhagavatam 1.8.30. Of course, it is bewildering, O soul of the universe, that you work, though you are inactive, and that you take birth, though you are the vital force and the unborn. You yourself descend among animals, men, sages, and aquatics. Verily, this is bewildering. So we have been reading the purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. And we are going to continue to read the purport. And it says, thus Krishna's birth, appearance, and disappearance are all bewildering. Tad atyanta vidambanam. We conditioned living entities transmigrate from one body to another because we are forced to do so by the laws of nature. But Krishna does not appear because he's forced. That is the difference. Those who are foolish rascals think, I have taken my birth in this world, and Krishna has taken his birth here also. Therefore, I am also God. They do not know that they will have to take birth again by the force of the laws of nature. So this is what we are not able to understand, that we are forced. We were forced to, we found ourselves in this body. It's not by choice. It's not by choice that we are inside this body. Many people want to leave the body and go back to the spiritual world right away, but not able to. Why? Because we are right now under the modes of nature. We are under the law of nature. But Krishna, he can come and go as he pleases in this material world. Whenever he likes, he comes. Whenever he wants to go back, he goes back. That is the difference. That is the point we have to understand. That if we think, oh, Krishna is God, he also comes in material world, so I'm also God. But we don't know where our next body is going to be. It'll be forced. That we have to understand the point. That's the difference. One may have been given the chance to have a very beautiful body in a country where one can live in opulence and receive a good education. But if one misuses all this, one will get another body according to one's mentality. So right now one may have a very, very beautiful body in a rich country, have a very good lifestyle, have very good social standing, very good education. But if one is going to misuse this resources, if one is going to just continue thinking, oh, I have these things and I'm going to enjoy and do whatever I want with this, so the consciousness gets degraded, what's the next body we are going to get according to that consciousness? For example, at the present moment, despite so many arrangements by the government for good schools and universities, the civilized countries of the world are producing hippies, young people who are so frustrated that they even worship hogs. But if one associates with the qualities of the hogs, one will actually become a hog in one's next birth. Prakrite kriyamanani gune karmani sarvashaha. Nature will give one a full opportunity. All right, sir, become a hog. Such are nature's arrangements. Prakriti, nature, has 3 modes. And if one associates one with one type of mode, one will receive his next body accordingly. So when Prabhupada had gone to America, that time there were many hippies who had left the homes. They were from good families. They were in very rich country. But they were just living like hippies. And so Prabhupada is using that as an example. So the consciousness, what is the consciousness? What are we associating with? Then the next birth, we are going to get that birth. We are going to get that. That's how the nature of association is. Krishna's appearance and disappearance are meant to put an end to the living entity's transmigration from one body to another. And therefore, one should understand the greatness of the plan behind Krishna's appearance and disappearance. It is not that Krishna comes whimsically. He has a great plan. Otherwise, why should he come here? He's very much eager to take us back home, back to Godhead. That is Krishna's business. So if we just try to understand, why does Krishna keep coming in this material world time and again? Why he comes? Why does he disappear? He comes for our benefit, to give us liberation, to take us back home, back to Godhead, to tell us, hey, you're not the body, you're the soul. So there is a great plan behind Krishna's Leelas. Why does he come? He performs such Leelas to attract our heart, so that we can also have a desire. Oh, I want to go back to the spiritual world. I don't want to remain in this material world anymore. He is eager to take us back. That's why he keeps coming. And therefore he says, Sarva dharman parityagya mam ekam sharanam braja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshishyami ma suchaha. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reaction. Do not fear. Bhagavad Gita 18.66. All of us are children of Krishna, God. And since we are unhappy because of taking material bodies for repeated birth, death, old age, and disease, he's more unhappy than we are. So we have to understand that we are all the children of God. We are all Krishna's children. And he is very much anxious to bring us back to the spiritual world. He does not want us to continue thinking we are the body. He wants us to bring us back home. He is more unhappy than we are. Our situation in the material body is not at all comfortable, but we are such foolish rascals that we do not care to do anything about this. We are busy trying to arrange for temporary comforts in this life, but we are neglecting the real discomforts of birth, death, old age, and disease. This is our ignorance and our foolishness. And therefore, Krishna comes to wake us up from this ignorance and take us back home, back to Godhead. So we go time after time, birth after birth. We just take on different bodies. We continue to think we are the body. But Krishna comes. He comes at different times, at different places, to make us understand that we are not the body. We are not the body. He's like, wake up, sleeping souls, wake up, sleeping souls. Why? Don't continue to live here in this material world. Don't continue to think you're the body. You are eternal soul. You're part and parcel of me. Come back home. This is what he is. That's the reason he comes. And he says, if we just try to understand this, we don't need to come back to the material world again. We can go back to the spiritual world in our original position. He's saying, just try to understand. Why do I come? The transcendental nature of my appearance, of my activities, of my pastimes. So he's making it very easy for us. He's saying, you try to understand this and you don't need to be here in the material world anymore. Is that okay?
Yeah. This is
Did you want to add anything?
understandable. No.
Okay. Thank you so much for listening and joining it. Kunti Maharani ki jai, Shilpa Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.